It's December 22nd. Um,
It did involve kids. It was very upsetting to see that so many innocent lives were killed, not just children. There were several shootings before this, and let's not forget other people died just because they may not have been children. That does not mean that their lives were any less important. However, it is not a good reason for us to renege on our rights and basically let the government walk on us. What is it that Rahm Emanuel said? And the video is all over YouTube. You can Google it. Do not ever let a good crisis go to waste. And my friends, they are not. They are not letting any crisis go to waste, especially this one. This Sandy Hook thing. I mean, the bizarre things from Batman movies with the map saying Sandy Hook on it all the way down to the home shooting over in Colorado at the movie theater. I mean, where are we going with this? What's going on? You know? I mean, it seems like Hollywood might have the inside scoop here with some of these weird, bizarre things. Either that or they're a hell of a coincidence. Either way, it is all over the internet, all over the radio. Um, Something to keep our eyes on. We got Pierce Morgan calling the National Gun Association gentleman an idiot, a jackass, uneducated. Um, Basically, that he's a waste of space. So, go back to your own country, Pierce Morgan. What the hell are you doing here? And that's the best they could come up with Larry King retiring. I guess we got the, what end of the stick. Well, here's the deal. Pierce Morgan was talking about how mean an AR-22 is. An AR-22 is simply a lighter, semi more accurate, souped up version of a 22. I have weapons that far outpower that weapon and could probably shoot as many rounds, and they're not even rifles. And they're legal, and they're fine. The problem isn't the guns, the problem isn't the law abiding citizens. The problem is we're not enforcing the laws that we do have, and we should have a law like the alcohol law, where if someone uses a gun in a shooting and it's someone else's, the other person gets held accountable, the one owning the gun. In this case, obviously, that couldn't happen. Why they were unsecure, who knows? You can't shoot a gun without a gun lock. The best you can do with it, if you have a trigger lock, is throw it at somebody. Um, it's all food for thought. And just to say that semi-automatics are the problem here. I mean, what's next? Pretty soon we're not going to be able to, own a slingshot, for Christ's sakes. There were more violent crimes and killings committed with knives this past year than there were with guns. So, do they plan on banning all kinds of knives too? This is getting old. It's getting tiring. We need to stand up for our rights. We cannot lose our rights. This is our Second Amendment. It doesn't matter what type of gun that they are talking about. Again, an AR-22, other than being light and semi more accurate than some other weapons, really isn't all that to write home about. It's just mean looking. Some prefer to say cool looking. Unfortunately, sometimes the guns are getting into the wrong hands. That's where the problem is. Other than that, if you look at all the statistics in the areas where the banned guns and strict gun laws take place, like Connecticut and New York, you see high crime rates, high violent rates, shootings with guns. You got Texas. Look at this. Open gun laws, just about. You can carry anywhere. Maybe we should have armed guards at the school. But guess what? There is really virtually no crime rate there. Common sense needs to prevail, facts need to prevail, and cooler heads need to prevail. We cannot jump to conclusions simply because of a tragedy. Yes, it was kids. Yes, it was a tragedy. Yes, there's been too many of them. Is jumping to conclusions and taking away more of our rights the thing to do, like they did for 9/11? No, it's not. No, it is not. Simply put, no. We need to stand up for our rights, period. We need to enforce current laws. We need to have more good people non-restricted with their guns so that if they do see a bad guy out there, he can be neutralized. When it comes down to it, we only have ourselves to blame. I'm tired of seeing these propaganda things all over the place, the internet, the TV, everything. Oh, we have to ban guns. I've seen the one with the celebrities. It's time. It's time. It's time. It's time. It's time. Yeah, it's time to like wake up and get the fluoride out of the water and start thinking for ourselves, people. It's not time to go haywire over someone getting the wrong person getting a gun in their hands and a 22. I mean, seriously, come on. We need to make sure we uphold the Second Amendment. They've already took an automatic. Who knows? Maybe that is bad enough. We really don't need an automatic, I guess, but semi-automatic is what we got. We have the right to defend ourselves. We have the right to bear arms. We have the right to form a militia. The Second Amendment is the right to bear arms. We need to enforce it and stand up for it. Start taking responsibility for being irresponsible people, not taking away our rights because the few bad people and evil in the world. You can't eradicate evil from this world. Two things have been on the planet since it started. That is good and evil. Good will always prevail over evil eventually. But you can't buy it away and law it away. It's just not going to happen. That's just the way it is. These are unfortunate but rare occasions where things like this happen. We do not need to put ourselves in danger and risk our lives over it and our rights. Please use your own heads. Please check out the facts. Please stand up for your freedoms. It's all we got.